to Sailing Frida Wisby.
Welcome to Sailing Frida Wisby, to this episode number 100! And as you can see, we are currently back home on Gotland to work. In this episode, we leave the beautiful island of Corsica.
What a nice morning! This is beautiful!
And we get a lively sail to Sardinia, to Olbia, where we make a short stop before we continue along the east coast with a few stops on the way to our winter harbor of that year, Cagliari. Hope you enjoy the video, and remember, thumbs ups always make us happy.
Let's summarize what's been written in the logbook before. Our story began in Yarmouth on Isle of Wight, where we bought a Woki 47 pilot saloon. We named her Frida, and Wisby is her home port on Gotland. We are a middle-aged couple that left our business lives to go sailing. We have sailed more than 7,000 nautical miles along the Atlantic coast of Europe, out to the Azores and into the Mediterranean Sea. We will show you our sailing, the boat works we do, and the destinations we see. Experience wildlife, historic sites, and local cultures together with us. We are not sponsored by anyone, so it helps us a lot if you become a subscriber. A thumbs up or a comment makes us really happy. Big thank you to all of you that watch our videos. We are Anders and Gitte, and this is our cat Litza. Let's go to Solenzara on Corsica.
Ja, Frida här. Förbarhet 5. Kom.
Förbarhet 5 här också. Kom.
Perfekt. Jo, jag sa du var snabb som blixten ut ur hamnen. Kom.
Ja, vi sa ju 7 och vi lämnade några minuter efter 7. Vi tänkte att det var någon måste ju vara först i alla fall.
The morning started with a beautiful sunrise.
What a nice morning! This is beautiful. A little wind for the moment, but it's coming. It's increasing in strength minute by minute, so now we only have 6 knots, but we're going to have at least 10 soon.
And we have had a wonderful week on Corsica. After a short while, the wind started to pick up just as predicted, and the sailing got a bit more lively. It actually got a bit sporty with spray over the deck. Glad that we have the front section of our sides on the boat, so we got a bit more wind protection. And Anders decided to grab the wheel by himself instead of letting the autopilot do the job. Pulls our backstay tensioner to pull the mast backwards to get a better shape of the sails. They say time flies when you're having fun, and soon it was time for a little snack. Because we think we should never be hungry while sailing. That's a good way to combat seasickness. Despite neither of us are prone to get sick. But as we approached the coast of Sardinia, the wind died down, so we had to motor sail the last bit to Olbia. It felt magical to approach and sail between those high cliffs and islets of the northern Sardinian coast. Big and high this cliff is. That's it tomorrow next week. It felt very exciting. This was not only a new town or a new island, it was actually the first time we sailed to Italy with our boat, and we could add another country to our long journey. We are approaching Olbia,
the first pair of markers. There's one, and there's one. And the sun. The marina in Olbia and Olbia town lays in the end of a narrow bay that is almost like a fjord.
Yeah, can we get some help? Over.
Yes, Captain. Do you remember your plane?
No, I don't. Over.
Yes, I'm there, but I just
Those blue things are actually mussel farms.
We had just arrived. Until tomorrow's lane ahead of us. Well, look what's coming in there. It's huge. Have been placed alongside for once. A nice sail today. Really nice. We had to motor a little bit in the beginning and in the end, but in there between we were sailing fast for being us.
We did over 9 knots, which is pretty fast to be honest.
Yeah. Now we are just going to relax a little. Typical sailor hair.
Lotta told me that Litza has supervised them, closely watching while they were washing their boat. She also invites us over to celebrate we have reached Italy. I play a little more with Litza. She usually likes that after a long passage, and then she shows me around the boat. That's also a ritual we have.
Have some coffee. Huh? Yeah, I'm coming. Yes, Litza. Show me the way. Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, go up in.
In the cockpit, Anders is already relaxing with a cup of coffee and some YouTube. After coffee, I tidied up a little bit and Anders connected our shore power. After that, it was time for us to go over to Tintomara to celebrate that we have reached Italy and debrief our sailing today. And as usually, it doesn't take long before Anders and Magnus is deeply involved in some technical discussion.
har blivit lite skakad idag.
Ja, jag satt och tittade, jag satt och seglade och tittade på instrumenten här. Och allt var normalt. Djup, men fan jag hade ju fart här alldeles nyss. Och så slog jag på och knappade lite, kom jag till spänning. Då var det 10 volt någonting. Oj. Och då tänkte jag, vad fan nu? Ja, just det, Gitte skulle koka kaffe.
As usual, we had a lovely evening together with our friends and trusty buddy boat Tintomara. But for now we say good night. Because the day after we will have lots of things to do. And the first thing I did was to check out the marina and the surroundings, and those small naked cliffs all around, they remind me of Gothenburg archipelago in Sweden.
So it feels like home. This is the old goat cheese that we bought in the mountains of Corsica, and it is strong. It really is an old goat.
Now I'm on my way to the supermarket to do some provisioning.
I'm looking for a grocery store called Konrads that is supposed to be in here in this shopping center. Found it!
Wow, sailing woman. I wonder if they're on the boat. Doesn't look like it. Anders is doing his regular engine check and discovered that the belt that we got changed in Valencia is slack. More slack than it should be.
Again.
As usual, it's super difficult to access. Seems to be working, but you can't see a thing of what you're doing. But
Inte mycket.
while Anders kept working on the engine, he was getting a bit frustrated because everything is so difficult to reach. But Litza ensured we had the right balance of calmness and took a nap at my feet. The next day, the engine work was reinforced with our friend Magnus that came over to help Anders.
Litza, ska du få ett grepp om den därifrån?
Nej, jag börjar.
Have you done it, Magnus?
Ja, Magnus är helt otrolig.
Yay! And Litza looks like, I told you so. Everything is going to be fine. The next day we found a weather window for the next jump. Leaving Olbia for this time. We are pretty sure we will come back in spring. But right now it's priority for us to get south to Cagliari. So today's sail is only 20 nautical to Ottiolu or something like that. I think I need to work a little bit on my Italian pronunciation, so I'm sorry if it's really, really bad. It's a little bit gray, but it has been quite windy for a couple of days. But today, according to the forecast, it's going to calm down, and it's only a short distance we are going today. So I think it will be an okay sailing, despite it's less up than we have been used to for the last couple of months. I'm really impressed by this massive landscape, and maybe in this weather it looks even more powerful. It's a little bit more wide, probably due to that it's more gray. Despite the relatively strong wind, the waves didn't build up among the islands. We had a relatively pleasant sail. Now we are approaching a narrow gap, and I guess that in good weather it will be a beautiful place to go through. But in this weather, it looked a bit intimidating. Almost looks like the sun maybe could break through. That would be nice. Taking the jib down because we felt that going through this narrow strait with the jib was a bit unnecessarily complicated for us. We are lazy people, so we will figure it out when we get out on the other side. Look at this. Look at the house. Yes. Down there, the house, and it's not a small house particularly. Quite okay house, and compare that with here. Then you get a little bit of perspective. There is a story about this island, but I will save it for when we come back during our spring sail. We like this sailable. We only have the jib, but on the other side we are not in a hurry. What do you think, Captain?
Det går 5,5, 6. Vi får ju ta ut lite stor också i sådana fall.
Okej, vi gör det. We did furl out the main, and so did Tomorrow. out there, Marine, as well?
No competition. No.
Big thank you Lotta and Tintamara for this video clip of us sailing. We don't often get clip like that.
Oh, she looks pretty. Captain with coffee in his hand.
And the sky is clearing up, so life is getting better and better. Anders felt it was time for one of our regular on-the-way chats with Tintamara.
So we have prepared to go into harbor. We have less than 1 nautical mile left. And I got all the fenders in place and my gloves on so I can take the slime line. And yeah, everything is prepared.
When we are approaching a new harbor, I always feel a little bit nervous about how the docking will go, but also excitement of this new place.
Oh, now we have arrived here in Ottiolu, 20 nautical miles south of Olbia, Sardinia. And I am going to take a swim, I think.
Normally Litza wouldn't be hiding down there, she would be running around checking things out. Despite it was quite late in the autumn, it was so many beautiful flowers.
And now we try the Sardinian specialty smoked cheese for the first time. I liked it, but Anders didn't.
And now Litza has found her proper watch out post. But Litza, Anders doesn't like that you shadow the solar panels. But what do you care? They are nice and warm and you got the best spot to look out. Porto Ottiolu was nice with all the flowers on the beach, but the town is built for tourists, so in low season almost everything is closed, and it feels almost ghost-like. These were the only citizens that came and greeted us, except for the marina staff. The next day I decided to get a little exercise.
Walking on a small trail that starts at the beach near Porto Ottiolu, and it's going around and back to the village, and it's supposed to be around 3 kilometers long. Ooh, I just have to catch my breath a little. It's quite steep. I came from the beach down there. Over there is Frida Wisby. Yeah, next to the tourist boat there. And then you can see the marina and the bigger beach. And that's the rest of the town. Enjoyed the little hiking tour.
And I can recommend it. You find it in all trails, and I also took care of some laundry. The next day we decided to take a walk together.
Longer, larger beach. But we're going a little bit inland now. Lizard? Yeah, I see it.
Around the Mediterranean, lizards are quite common. They are hard to spot and totally harmless.
I think it's bamboo we have on the sides here.
Yes.
So I guess this is found a crab. Hello, little horsey. Hi, friend.
He's alone. Just monkeys.
Donkeys, yeah.
Donkeys, yeah, no monkeys, but donkeys.
After a few relaxing days, we found a good weather to continue south.
The mooring lines were so thick, so
there was too little space around. I could almost not get it loose. As you can see, Tintamara is following closely behind. So now we are leaving Ottiolu and are going to Arbatax. Got a glorious morning. It has been quite windy tonight, but as you can see, there is absolutely no waves. I will go up and take the fenders, and then we are ready to relax. We have about 50 nautical miles to sail today.
Frida 72. Ja, då är vi på 72an båda två. Perfekt.
Mara likes that.
Obviously vi tar varannan timme över varje timme.
Ja, det kan vi göra. Och är det något däremellan så hörs vi då.
Can I have my coffee now? I need it. You can hear I can't speak. That's a harsh captain. I don't even get a second cup of morning coffee. Morning coffee. Happy captain. That was pretty good. Second cup of morning coffee, finally. We're sailing on the Main and the Genoa. Do we have full Genoa?
We're full Genoa and full Main.
Okay.
And we have 8 meters per second or 16 knots. That's more or less all we can have.
Yeah.
So if it goes up a little, we need to reduce.
But right now we are sailing good and having...
We're doing 7.5 knots.
7.5 knots, that's good. And I have a beautiful view of Tintamara sailing behind us. But I also have full sails. So it's like we are going to have a nice day or a nice sailing to around 1 o'clock, because then the forecast says it will go directly in the nose and probably not be sailable.
8.5 knots, yeah.
That's pretty good. What's the wind force?
Now it's 7.5. The wind is moving between 12 knots and 15-16 knots.
Okay. And Sardinia is a very beautiful island. And very green. It feels green. I've been sitting and editing videos from when we arrived at Cartagena,
And you can see it's much more brown. It's beautiful here. Nice sail today.
This is nice.
And
We're running with full sails, doing around 7.5 to 8.5 knots. And we're doing a 50 nautical mile sail today. When we have done this, we have like 80, 90 nautical miles left to our winter harbor.
Marina we are going into today is called Arbatax.
Yeah.
So that is the last stop. The
last or the second to last. We
Yeah.
haven't decided yet. It depends a little on the weather. The weather has been super tricky. It has been blowing westerly and southwesterly hard for days in a row. They haven't been able to forecast it right either. So
The forecasts are very unreliable, and it seems like the weather now is crazy more or less all over. There's been a storm over Scandinavia where my sister was very worried about her cold. We looked at the predict wind for all Europe, and it was kind of windy everywhere. Litza has come up and sits here and look at the water. Just given up sailing after the main in and the main out, and now we kind of just gave up and said, okay, let's motor. So that's a little bit disappointing, but the good thing is that I'm going to make lunch, and when we're motoring we don't pee, so that makes the work in the galley a little bit easier. And the second thing is, it's no problem to run the microwave because we're generating plenty of power with the motor. I'm going to make some German sausages, bratwurst, fire. In here I have some broccoli. This looks a little strange. It's like the cream, whipped cream, has whipped itself inside. Well, I don't think it matters, but it looks a bit funny. Very good. Bratwurst with creamy vegetables. Okay, we try again. I don't know for how many times.
This is the 8th time.
Yeah. I am fascinated by those cliffs, and you can see that she's just tiny compared to the cliff. There's no catch today either. Almost in Arbatax. We are about, well, a bit less than 1 nautical miles from the main. We have arrived in arrival beer. This is Arbatax. Time for us to say goodnight after a long day. The next day we decided to going to get rid of some garbage and check out the city or town here. Arbatax is a chill little seaside town. If you don't have your own sailboat, you can come here by bus, car, or even ferry. There's a giant shipyard next to the marina. It's like in Ottiolu. It seems like most of the places are closed. I don't know if it's education or art.
Här kan man gå om man vill gå ner.
Okej.
Ska vi göra det?
Ja. Tror du vi kommer över då?
Ja.
A fun fact is that the name Arbatax probably comes from the Arabic word for the 14th tower, referring to a watchtower that was built to defend against the pirate attacks back in the day. Out on a little morning walk by myself. I am aiming for the red rocks. Yeah, you can get some exercise. Mast climbing or something. Like it could be open. That's the problem of sailing off-season. A lot of things are closed. The famous red rocks of Arbatax, Rocciosa di Arbatax, are made of primarily porphyritic granite. More specifically, a type of red porphyry. Climb up into the hole. Not that difficult, but I don't know how easy it will be to get down. I'm alone as well. But this is a bit amazing. Just have to be careful because wet stone is usually slippery. Look at this, cool place. Oh, but it was fun to get in there. There should be some stone staples art. So I will go and see if I can find that too. Well, I didn't have to look for long because they're right next to the red rocks. Hundreds of those piles. That little bit of sightseeing on my own, I will continue my mission, as always, to find a grocery store. When I got back to the boat, Litza was waiting for me. We got a weather window. Just like that, we are off. And on our final leg to Cagliari. And we are going to do a night sail during the night because it has been difficult for us to find a proper weather window, but it looks like it's going to be a calm night. So we leave now and we'll arrive at dawn, just as the sunrise.
Yeah, we're going to have to be slow.
Yeah.
We have a training on sailing slow.
It's been quite nice here in Arbatax. Not much of a city, but it's a very safe and good marina to lay in. And it seems like the mountains around are sheltering it from almost any direction. It was blowing quite hard. There's a weather station on the top of that hill by the lighthouse.
Maximum of 40 knots up there when we were sitting and had like maybe 18-20 knots an hour.
Yeah.
So it helps sheltering.
Yeah. Leaving Arbatax. That's bad. Without that, Anders can't survive.
This is nice.
Yeah. And we say ciao to Arbatax. When you look at it now here in the bay, it's difficult to understand that it has been so difficult for us to find a weather window and to understand that it blew almost 30 knots just, well, this morning. But there is the red rocks that I visited and the stone figures were a little bit further out. Motor race. It's a beautiful landscape here on Sardinia. Look at those mountains behind and the beach in the bay. It's like a postcard. One last time to catch a fish before we go to the Winterberth. Right now doing 4 knots for just the January. And we have the competition with till tomorrow of sailing slow. And, I think we are winning.
Jag tycker väl lite skönt att göra det direkt. Bilden i vattnet är helt bra. Ja, det är inte så kul nu. Det är ju inga sjöar. Alltså, båten går ju bra. Så det är inga problem på det sättet.
Nej, precis. Men har ni så mycket vind, då är det ju, ja, då ska man ju göra något snart. Vinden är nere i sekundmeter. Men vi kör en väldigt öppen halvvind så
Okay.
det räcker med fock och lite del av storen så gör vi ändå 5 knop. Det räcker så länge tills vi får. Uppdateringen skulle komma 2 minuter över 8. Nu är klockan 29. Så fortfarande uppdateringen är försenad.
Ja. De kan väl inte komma fram till vad det är för väder?
Nej, nu har de släppt. Nu har den kommit.
Okej.
20:41 kom den. Det var 10 minuter sedan det.
Apart from some temporal strong winds, probably from wind thundering through the mountains, we had a wonderful night sail in beautiful moonlight. This is the lighthouse of Cabo Cabrera, as the pasta dish. But as soon as we got around the corner of the cape, we got the wind straight in the nose and had to motor the last bit. In the morning it was one of the most beautiful sunrises I think I ever seen, and Tintumara is perfectly placed. But unfortunately it didn't last. The cloud cover gave us a rather grey welcome to Cagliari.
Good morning. We are getting closer to Cagliari. Not quite there yet. We have a peninsula that we are going to pass by. And the time is soon 7:30. But we've been asked to delay.
As we're getting closer, we open the window to get free sight.
That is the lighthouse of Cagliari. Bit exciting that we can begin to see the city. I'm really curious about this winter marina. This is our first sight of Cagliari. Approaching Cagliari.
Cagliari. Please proceed north in direction of the white building with the red doors, and I'm waiting for you with the dingy and give you the.
We have to admit, Tintumara won our slow sailing competition.
This is the biggest ray. I think this is the reason I'm looking for. I mean, it's a pretty place. Portus Karalis. We are docked. There comes Tintumara, assisted by the marinero to show them where to go. So, this is going to be our home for 4 months. The finger shouldn't have been shorter. It's just that we can step off. First walk in the new marina. That's it. Sailing season 2023. And this is our spot. In the next episode, we will show you more of Cagliari and Sardinia. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end.